Thank you so much for joining us here at Indigo Moon. You know, it's funny. When you are thinking of a certain individual, let's say you're angry at another person and you just happen to be pregnant. Your child sometimes, in most cases, either comes out looking like the person or comes out behaving like that person. Now, I know some people might say, what in the world is she talking about? That's not possible. It is quite possible. A pregnant woman is going to have women are already sensitive, okay? So because she's pregnant, she's even more sensitive than she usually is. Her interpretation of things is going to be more sensitively taken in. So while you're pregnant, be sure to be happy. Try to choose an individual that whether the person you end up being married to or whether the person is that you're dating and you have a child by them. Try to make sure that you have a sensitive individual, a person who is going to more so cater to you during that pregnancy. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, how does she know, or what have you. You know, you grow and you learn a lot through your observation. I have an aunt figure who was very money oriented, money hungry even. And I have another aunt, younger sister, who was very upset with her during her pregnancy. And her daughter came out behaving the exact same way, money hungry, always having to have so much, living beyond her means, doing so much and facing more loss than gain, even when she made more money at a newer job. And another thing should be said as well is that we do need to take coursework. We need to be able to take on something that's going to teach us how to balance our money and function better when it comes to our finances. Because not all people know how to balance their money, not all people know how to save. And this is not something that's been taught in our schools. Perhaps if we had this added to our curriculum, this would be something that our children will be able to take with them and be able to utilize it. Some schools now, I've noticed, you can't graduate from high school now in certain schools if you do not take a financial class, which is good. But if they had something that was formulated to actually seeing and knowing how to operate things. I remember when I taught in the Bronx, we started out very well with the cup, and everybody had to put pennies into this cup. And at the end of the year, we ended up going to the bank so that they could actually start their own accounts. Now, it didn't work out as well with everyone, but the idea was there. And honestly, sometimes you never know what a person's parent, or should I say their background is. I was teaching children who did not have, both parents in their homes. And sometimes it was just a single parent. Sometimes they were in foster care. So, and you do need a parental signature in order to be able to start an account as well. And sometimes they couldn't get away. And, when it's a teacher, it's a whole different story. But like I said, you're at least planting seeds. You're focusing on how you might be able to even get them to start thinking about later what they want to do with their lives and how they want to, begin to spend money more wisely. We don't sometimes really look at our early beginnings. Our early beginnings sometimes begin with a thought, then the action. But again, if it starts at pregnancy and it starts with you thinking of another individual, start thinking of good things so that that child will bring more good into their lives as well as society's lives. It's important that we begin to think more forwardly. because in forward thinking, we might be able to make better choices that will affect our world in a more useful way, a more vibrant way, a more abundant way. Thank you so much for joining us, Indigo Moon.